Back here with Mike's Mustang Repairs, we've got an exciting one for you today. We're working on this 2002 Ford Mustang GT, replacing the differential cover and fluid. Alright, so the tools I'm using: common socket set, hex bit kit for the differential cover I'll be installing, torque wrench. If you're using a gasket, you don't need this. If you aren't using a gasket, you can get some RTV sealant, gloves, putty knife, quart and gallon fluid pump to get the differential fluid into the housing, putty knife, paper towels, and a rag. I got the 75-140 gear oil. This is a brand made by Royal Purple. You need 2 1/4 quarts if you have the 8.8 differential, and then a little bit less if you have the 7.5-inch differential. I also got the friction modifier made by Motorcraft. This is what the manual recommends, and if you search on this EST M2C118A, that's what they recommend. So got that, brake cleaner, thread sealant, and then this differential cover and a gasket. So that's what I got there. And then of course a jack stand, catch pan to catch the fluid. Go ahead and jack up both sides of the car. You'll need a lot of space underneath. First thing I'm gonna do is look at the gasket, make sure it's the correct size, and then I'll match it up against the new differential cover. I can see the gasket matches the differential cover good, so we'll go ahead and get started. Driver's side of the differential, you can see the fill plug. I'm gonna start with that. If I can't get that out, then I won't be able to fill the differential when I do it. This plug did take a little persuasion. I used some PB Blaster and worked my way through it. Go ahead and place it to the side in a spot you won't lose it. Now that we got the fill plug out, let's go ahead and remove the differential cover. Alright, so I loosened up all the bolts. I'm gonna slowly take them out one by one, and I'll put them in this big tray so that way I know where they go. But I'll go ahead and do that right now. Go ahead and work your way around the differential cover, removing 9 bolts. A lot of people leave the top 10th one there so the differential cover doesn't fall. I took it out, but you can do either way. Check the health of your gears, cover with a rag, and then go ahead and clean the mating surface. You can see here I got it pretty clean with some brake cleaner. Make sure you have your gasket on and in the right spot. Go ahead and put 2 bolts on the side. That made it easiest for me to put the cover back on, and then work your way across the differential cover, tightening slowly like you would do a tire. Got all the bolts tightened. We're gonna put the jam nuts in now. And then we're also gonna use this thread sealant on the bolts. All right, now we fill her up. Here's the pump that I used. You can see it fits nicely into the container, and then I filled about half of it, and then I put in the friction modifier into the pump and then pumped it back into the reservoir. The way to check if your housing is full, just put your finger in the fill hole, and if you can feel the fluid about 1/4 inch below, you're in a good spot. I then put some thread sealant on the fill plug and tighten it back up. Lastly, to check for any leaks, I put a piece of cardboard underneath, and we'll check tomorrow. Here's a stock differential cover. You can see I'm cleaning it. I'm just using some brake cleaner, and I'm doing this because I'm going to store it. You can reuse this, and a lot of people do. I would probably recommend doing that if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a new cover. So yeah, with an extra brake cleaner, you can get it clean. I got most of it. There's still some left. I'm not really going to get it all, but you got to get all the RTV off, and then you could put this differential cover back on as long as you have some RTV sealant or a new gasket. So if you were to do that, that would be great. You have all your bolts, so you saved them. You can put the gaskets back on, the bolts back on, clean it up a little better, get all the sealant off. Like, this is probably not what you want to do. You want it to be nice and flush for the mating surface. So yeah, there you go. I'm looking at these bolts, and they are covered in RTV sealant, so what you're going to want to do is you're probably going to want to use a wire brush to clean them if you are to reuse them. There were two tags. One says 75 140 synthetic oil, and the other one has a bunch of numbers on it and letters. I didn't put them back on because they wouldn't have allowed the bolts to sit flush on the new cover, so I kept them off. I'll keep them with the car because I'm going to keep this differential cover too. You can see the fluid that I got out was pretty dirty. I'm going to save this and take it to my recycling center when I have a little bit of time. The job took about 2 hours to complete. I think it turned out very well. I hope you liked this video and come back next week to see some more. Thank you.